My name is Madilschy and this is Explore. So this is a new arrival for one of our clients, and it is a 2019 Nissan Bluebird Sylphy, obviously with the black gloss paint and with a 1.8 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine. Now, the market price for this car is 1.8 million shillings, but through CARS360.co.ke, you can get this exact spec for 1.45 million shillings, giving you a fantastic saving. So what do you actually get for your 1.45 million shillings on this 2019 Nissan Sylphy? Well, first of all, have a look at the paint job. It is a gloss black finish, makes this car shine under the sun, and even with the trims in chrome, you get this sort of shiny effect. It's like you're driving around a fine jeweled watch. That's what you get with this Sylphy. It's a very beautiful car, very big. It has a nice road stance. It has a nice presence on the road. Not too big, not too small, but trust me, the size of it works for the interior of the car, as you'll get to see. But obviously, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's look at the front. We have our headlights here. You have your xenon headlamps with obviously your daytime running lights in LED, plus a fog lamp at the bottom. You have your grille right there with the Nissan emblem, just to make sure that everyone on the road knows you're driving a Nissan, a very good car. You have your dark grey alloy rims, obviously, clothed in Dunlop tires. And obviously when you go all the way to the back, you can just see it's a very masculine design, very blocky. You have one line coming all the way from the front, crossing all the way through the front door, the rear door, all the way to the back, right into the taillights. And let's have a look at these taillights, shall we? Now, obviously, when we come to the rear, you can see you have your rear tail lamps here. They're obviously LEDs. You have your indicator, you have your reversing lights, and obviously you have the rest of the identification for what this car is. You have your Nissan emblem there, you have Sylphy over there, and then obviously you have your LED top-mounted brake lights over here at the bottom of the windscreen. Now, this helps with just making sure that you're visible any single time you want to brake. But that isn't the biggest highlight from the rear of the car. The biggest highlight is the boot. And look at that. Like magic, it opens automatically. And you can see this is a vast boot. One of the biggest boots we've ever gotten at CARS360 for a sedan especially. It's just massive, so much space. You even have a ski hatch at the back of the boot. Now, obviously the ski hatch is for when you're using your skis, going out for the Alps to do some bit of skiing, but we're in Kenya. So probably this would be for anything long enough, maybe sugarcane from the farm, but you do have your space to fit all the way to the rear seats. And if we look underneath the floor of the boot, you obviously have your spare wheel, you have your wheel spanner, you have your jack handle, and you even have a tow hook eye in order for you to be able to tow the vehicle whenever you want. And your jack is obviously right there. As you can tell, this Nissan Sylphy, it's big, it's spacious, it looks good. Now let's go ahead and look at the interior. Let's head over to the interior. So in the interior of the Nissan Sylphy, as you can see, it's a very practical interior. There's no faff, there's no excess. You have exactly what you need. You have your steering wheel here, which you can actually adjust to any position, pull it towards you, put it up and down. There you go. You even have your seats, obviously, manually adjustable. You can go front, back. You can even tilt the back rest forward and back, and you can even push it up or even push it down. It has a lot of adjustability for you to be calm and to get comfortable. Now you have your infotainment system here. Now this is one of the simpler infotainment systems. There is not much functionality, even though you can control it in different ways. So here we start with the radio. You can auto seek at the radio to just find the station you want. You have your volume knob over here. Just seek it to whichever station that's there. You obviously have your home button there in order for you now to go with the other functions. You have your TV function there, you have your Bluetooth there, you have your home screen. You even have for the navigation system there. Obviously you can update this in order for it to reflect the navigation system of Kenya. And that's sort of it. That's all you get with this infotainment system. Very simple. What other things you have here? Obviously you have your lights at the top here. You have your parcel shelf for the specs. You have your sun visor with your vanity mirrors, which is all neat. You even have a big glove compartment, just absolutely huge. You can fit absolutely anything within that space. Now, obviously when it comes to the driving of the car, step on the brake, start it on. There you go. We'll be talking about the engine in a bit. So that's your steering wheel. As I said, you can adjust it to whichever way you want to become comfortable. You have your gear selector for the CVT gearbox right over there. You can put it into drive, manual handbrake. That's all very good. You even have a small shelf here, which I haven't yet figured out what to use it for, but a number of things. You obviously have your Japanese assistant right there, obviously letting you know that you bought a Japanese car, and yes, that's pretty much it. You have your cup holder here, obviously. You can fit in your water bottle. It's a stretch, but it can fit. You even have your parcel shelf right over here. You can fit anything else right in there. You have your power windows for all windows of the vehicle. You have your lights, and that's basically it from the interior. Cloth interior, which means it's simpler to maintain. It's also warmer during cold days. You have your carpets over there. It's mainly black, but with a light sun roof cover or rooftop. And that's it. That's all you get from your interior of your Nissan Sylphy. There's not so much to confuse you, but just enough to keep you interested with your purchase. The rear seat's also quite spacious. You even have an armrest with also more cup holders at the back. And that's kind of it. Now, let's actually go to the front and see what powers your 2019 Nissan Sylphy. So at the front, you have a 1.8 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine that produces 130 horsepower and right around 200 Newton meters of torque. So the fuel consumption for this, obviously being a two-wheel drive vehicle with a 6-speed CVT gearbox, you get around 15 kilometers per litre, which is impressive for a 1.8 litre petrol engine. Meaning that when you have this car, obviously you have proper acceleration on the highway, and you also get very nice or relatively nice fuel consumption when you're in the city. And all this for 1.45 million shillings through CARS360.co.ke, and with this particular car having a mileage of a little over 41,000 kilometers. It is a proper bargain. Now, you can get this exact 2019 Bluebird Sylphy or literally any other car you want at CARS360.co.ke. You can visit our website, leave your specs right over there, and a car consultant will be able to reach out to you in order to be able to guide you through the steps of getting the perfect car for you. We are located at International House on the 11th floor. There you can find any car consultant through CARS360 who'll be able to guide you on every single step of your car buying journey. Otherwise, that is it. We hope you've learned everything about this 2019 Nissan Sylphy. And until the next time, we hope you have a good one. And obviously, you can always trust us because at CARS360, we are the professionals. Goodbye for now.